What does Dan not realize that people say about him behind his back? One of your friends said, one of the boys, extremely generous, very caring dude, always a good time, someone who will get on the phone to help you out.
Wow.
Why are you that way?
Oh. Wow. That's amazing. I love my friends. I love my friends. They're very good people. It's really rare to find people who you can trust with everything. And especially when, like, I'm a solo founder, so I need this. And most of my friends are also solo founders. So we need each other, right?
So how did you find each other? Because I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs listening are going to go, that sounds incredible.
Yeah.
But what the hell do I do to get to...
Oh man, sort of putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, going to things you don't want to go to, that happy hour that you want to go to, like it happened, like it was this happy hour that was happening that I really didn't want to go to because I was exhausted, and I forced myself to go, and luckily this is why you have to live in a place like New York, where like you can put yourself in these situations to force serendipity to bring this to you. So if you just
area of luck is so important.
Yeah, just increase your surface area, and it's going to happen. You're going to find your tribe. If you're a solo founder, the importance for this is dire.
Right.
We need each other.
Right.
Because like we commiserate together, and that's like I don't have any other outlet for, like, we had the founder therapy today.
Yeah.
Right. So like I need that on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So do they. Yeah. And so but like these are I think really lifelong friendships because I'm able to grow over like a very long period with these people, and our ambitions are way bigger than like what we haven't like even scratched the surface of what we want to do yet.
Right.
All together. So that feels so powerful because it's like, let's go take on the world.
Yeah.
Right.
I do also think like people say not only that you are the 5 people you surround yourself with, but they especially talk about that. I feel like the commentary lately has been like ambition. You need people who are ambitious. It's the same concept, but like I think that's something maybe for founders to zero in on. It's not just like, oh yeah, that's true, but also don't just surround yourself with efficient people or people who are in like corporate environments. You need people who like are also trying to change very big things.
Yeah.
Because seeing that and seeing people try against that and struggle against that will give you a sense of camaraderie, of learning, of here's someone I can call and talk to and they're going to understand how hard what I'm doing is. Because you might know the most impressive VP of engineering at Facebook, but that person is still not going to be, I don't mean it as harshly as it sounds, but they're still not as ambitious as a founder.
If you take like the most driven founder and you put them in a place that's surrounded by non-driven, non-ambitious, pessimistic people,
screwed.
It's over.
It's over. Either that or it's like that, what I don't know if this is true, but Paul Graham would say about like Sam Altman is if you drop him to an island of like,
he'll create an army or something.
Yeah, exactly. So like maybe there's some of that, but I think it's mostly over.
I just mentioned this to you earlier, but at Marpipe, over the past year, we reduced our expenses by 68%, and we grew revenue by 2.5x over the past year, right? So we're growing revenue at venture level expectations while also cutting most of the things that we spend money on, right? So
it's a dream.
We're a really lean machine right now. And there's just no time for bullshit, right? There's no time for politics. There's no time, like everyone just like knows exactly what their role is and what to do, and they're into it, and they take full accountability and responsibility when something goes wrong. They're like on it. I don't need to lose any sleep on this. And there's no middle management at the company. There's no it is a totally flat. Everyone is an individual contributor. I don't hire managers anymore. No one manages anything.
Which is funny because I think it's Zuck who just like told his team to like eliminate way more VPs. He doesn't want as many VPs at Facebook, I think. I think it's either that or Google.
Yeah.
They said like VPs just shouldn't exist as much as they do.
Yeah. It's surplus elites.
Well, and the funny thing about that is like the ones who are great at the right scale are essential. But the fact we made it a thing that was necessary every N number of people was completely flawed. That's not actually how we needed to operate. It's a complete management and training and how things should run fallacy that we have not yet. I think the book on that and on how flawed that thinking was has not yet been written. It's going to be an evisceration. The HBS case studies talking about how much, because I don't mind middle management, that's good. That term I think is actually used poorly when it's used as a criticism. But there is criticism, and it's that we decided, I don't know if it was 20 years ago, that it's based on N number of people or N type of responsibility. No, it's based on someone having enough, like a founder, enough directional ability to guide a set of people who they should be guiding, in a way that allows them to influence the ship to move much faster.
Right.
But it's not because you have to have a certain number of reports.
Yeah.
It's not because there's this, this business line and every business line needs its own person.
Right.
It has to be because that person is effective at essentially making a group more effective.
You would think that being a founder, you're supposed to be good at managing people.
Right.
And I hate managing people. I don't want to manage people, right? And everyone who I work with knows that, and they appreciate that.
Right.
They don't like it when I step in and try to tell them how to do their job. And I love that. I want people like that, right? And so but what I can do instead of manage, that is way better for the business, is that once everyone is doing their job and managing themselves, I can pour fire on it, right? I can inject I can inject fuel. I'm running around and I'm doing recently we found a lot of success doing these influencer partnerships with marketing influencers. So there's these huge YouTubers that teach people how to do marketing that everyone in our space knows. I jumped on a video with them. I'm I'm chatting with them, right? So many leads come in, they're getting a little piece of the action, and that's a great growth lever for us right now. And I would never be able to do that before I had this unlock. And when I had managers, I had to manage the managers, and that was just awful. And so now, and I think a lot of people who are going to be watching this on LinkedIn are managers who got fired, and
let's be honest,
sucks, but
it had to happen because this wasn't effective.
It wasn't effective. And the results, I'm sorry, but the proof is in the pudding. It's not fun to look at, but the Twitter experiment, the X experiment worked.
I tell people all the time, because I always reveal this on every episode. Left of center liberal, my feelings about Elon are very conflicted.
Sure.
I think great as an entrepreneur, questionable politically. Wish he wouldn't, be playing both sides. I look at X, I think he's ruined it from a kind of culture perspective. It's weird to go on now, but he fired everybody and people will be I say it runs just as well as it did before. People are no, it goes down or there's a bug. It always went down or there was a bug.
Yeah.
He fired a lot of people and it still mostly operates exactly the same. I wish he cared a little bit more about community, keeping sane people on the platform. I am getting a lot more violence and a lot more, nudity for some reason. So there's stuff that he gets wrong. But you're right. The overall in that experiment, a billion% is there was just nonsense and fluff.
And I think this kind of opened the door for people to be unafraid to do this.
No, I went first, but anyway. I say that all the time. I say I paved the way for Elon.
Maybe. Yeah. But that was the biggest unlock that I'm the most proud of, and it happened not too long ago, and it feels really good. Now I can do what I'm best at and do what I love while everyone else does what they're best at and what they love. I think the takeaway is stop managing people.
Yeah, that's not the job.
Right.
That's not the job of you as a founder.
Yeah.
Or of even your managers. You have to do it as part of the larger job, the larger mission.
Yeah.
But that's not the point.
Yeah.